This is the nature of everything. Don't stay stuck.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to The Nature of Everything. I'm Bo.
And I'm Clint.
Okay, just a quick Tuesday check-in. Maybe you've said the same thing to somebody 3 different days in a row, and they still haven't heard you.
Yeah, or maybe it hadn't even gotten that far. Maybe something small happened and it pissed you off, I don't know, say an hour ago. And you're still like churning this over and over in your mind. And you're trying to decide all of the different things that it means and what you're going to say about it when it kind of finally comes back around.
Yeah, so look, today's question is simple. Are you willing to sit with something before you say a single word?
Because let's be honest, you've got feelings right now about plenty of things. And some of these things are off. Some of them are pissing you off. Whether it's that somebody didn't do the thing or they did that same thing again, and whatever it is, it's just sitting there and it's bothering you. It's sitting on your chest and it won't get off of you.
So here's the question before any other question. Are you actually willing to sit with this? Not react to it, just really give it some thought.
Because your first initial reaction, that fly off the handle kind of feeling that you want, that's not generally what you really want. That's rarely what you want. But that is your initial feeling. That's the convenient feeling. That one's the one that comes on fast, and it's built out of every old hurt and every old memory and moment that reminds you of this situation. You see how this is unfolding. But you know what? That may not be this situation.
And look, if you don't give it a minute, you're going to hand somebody else a big old bill that's not even theirs to pay.
So before you speak, ask yourself something. Do I need to chew on this a little bit longer? Or am I really ready to just say it?
Ooh, and if you're ready to say it, ask an even harder question. Am I prepared to hear the answer? And not the answer that you want, the actual answer.
Because I'll be honest with you, if I'm not ready to hear that answer, no matter what it'll be, because I can't control that, then I can tell you I'm not ready to ask that question. I'm not saying I won't. I'm not saying that I won't fly off the handle. I'm just saying that's generally going to be the wrong decision.
But look, that's the part that people skip. They want the conversation to happen fast. Like, let's get this handled right now while your feelings are still hot. Like, here.
Yeah, to your point though, the real work happens before you ever even open your mouth. And that's when you sit there with yourself alone and look through these things. Look, nobody's watching you. Nobody's grading you for taking the time to consider the aspects of this. Like, you have the opportunity to take that time and not fly off the handle.
Yeah, but like, look what happens in your mind when you give it a little space. Like, it's going to want to start writing movies, like Hollywood blockbuster style, like, you know, what they're going to say, what you're going to say back, how it's all going to go wrong.
Yeah, and it just keeps spinning and spinning. And like, yeah, with all the fight scenes and the explosions and the big dramatic thriller stuff, you're absolutely right. But so here's the problem with that. It just doesn't work out because that's not preparation. What that is, that's future tripping. And it feels productive, but it's just your mind trying to come up with all of these things to circumvent the fact that you don't control that future. You don't control their actions.
You know what? But I say notice it. I say let that run for a second. You know, it's entertaining if nothing else.
It can be entertaining.
But then bring yourself back to one question. What do I actually want here?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Not the huge explosions, not the cool part in thriller movies, and also not the worst case scenario. It doesn't necessarily go that direction either. You know what it is? What do you want?
And you are allowed to take this time. You're allowed to say, you know what? I'm not ready for this conversation yet. You're allowed to come back to it once you know that you are actually ready for the conversation and you know what you're actually asking for.
Absolutely. We all have the time to figure out what we're truly asking for and what we actually want. So don't skip this opportunity. Take that time to consider those things and don't let that first pissed off response be the one that's talking for you, because it's probably not speaking in the voice you really want.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about on Friday. It's sort of a, how can I get people to do what I want, but in the healthiest way? Or it's sort of a, why won't people listen to what I'm saying? There are a lot of narratives that we bring to this conversation.
But we have the opportunity to be very considerate of what that's going to be before we ever open our mouth.
So sit with that this week, and we'll see you on Friday.
Before you go, just know it's time. Time to connect. Time to change the nature of everything. Find us at thenatureofeverything.com and don't stay stuck.